Hi friends, we're going to talk about a wax resist. What that is I used a crayon, which is made of wax, to draw. And the resist will be the wax won't, the watercolor won't adhere to the wax crayons. So it will resist the watercolor. Okay, so let's get started. We already practiced how to draw our fish last time, but let me just remind you of my favorite fish we drew. And if you guys want to start with a pencil, that's fine too. We started with a long line and a short line. We connected the short line to the long line, and we made this into the fish. I'm going to make my fish with his mouth open. The eye. It's not super necessary to use a pencil on the grass. Maybe the fish, yes, in case we mess up, but the grass, nah. We can just go straight to the crayons. All right, and we want to make sure that it doesn't say washable, because if it says washable, it will, well, wash away. We don't want it to wash away. Whatever you color with the wax crayon, that will resist the paint. So whatever you color with the wax crayon, that will resist the paint. I'll explain that better in a minute. If I leave my seagrass like this, not colored in, that's not going to resist the paint. So this seagrass will then turn the color of my water. But if I color it in, now that seagrass will stay green because it's going to resist the paint. You can do the seagrass however you want, but we do need some sort of seagrass because we know fish like to hide in seagrass or coral. So we need something for our little fishies to hide in. Maybe I'll make some coral down here at the bottom. I'm going to use yellow for my coral. All right. Now let's talk about the fish. Remember, whatever we color the fish with crayon, that will resist the watercolor. I use yellow and purple for my fish. And so it stood out pretty good when I was coloring it and when I was painting over it. These little dots right here that are white, well, I used a white crayon. When you use a white crayon on white paper, you can't see it. But the fun part of a resist is when you start to paint, even the white crayon resists the paint. We can make our fish any pattern we want. So the wax part is probably the only thing we will get done today. When you come back next time, I'll explain to you how we're going to do the watercolor. As soon as I get done coloring this fish, I'm going to show you this. Do you see these really cool designs right here? That's because Miss Cunningham sprinkled salt on top of the watercolor. You don't have to sprinkle the salt next time. It's an option. If you want to, you can. So today we're just going to color our fish, color our coral and our seagrass, maybe give a few bubbles in there, maybe give him some friends. Maybe he's got some tiny friends in the background back here. Maybe one more.